Hello everyone and welcome back to From Our Basement Gaming.
Hi everybody.
I actually have my post-it note with me. We are
superb.
So we are back with episode 77.
Yes.
Our part 77 of our Ecco the Dolphin Defender of the Future Let's Play.
That we have. And earlier we were struggling with barbs again, because when you pick up the level again, it starts you at the barbs.
Yes, but we know we've been torturing you and ourselves with that enough, so we did that before we started recording.
Yes, we have.
And I know I also tortured you guys with some kind of mess up in one of the episodes where it was the wrong footage.
Yes, we apologize.
Yeah. Now that you see the use of the song, I'll teach it to you. Listen carefully. I think we talked to this guy before, but you should be able to pass on your own from now on.
Nice. Because I did some reviewing and tried to figure out what we were supposed to do, and...
You are a stranger to me. I do not know you. Leave me.
Yeah. So basically we're supposed to talk to one of the dolphins resting who gives us the password.
Yeah, we're thinking we were talking to the wrong guy.
Or we did it out of order. I'm hoping it's just that we did it out of order.
Appreciate your health while you can. There is no food and we are starving.
Yeah. Because I'm not so sure. Because I am curious as to how.
You do not have the mark of the clan, yet you are well fed while we are starving. I do not trust you.
Yeah.
They swim around pretty quickly too.
Yeah. For hungry dolphins, yeah.
Yeah. But that, I think that's more the game than anything else.
Yeah.
Probably something the game overlooked.
Yeah.
I am the keeper of tales. Oh, I think we spoke to this person.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have heard all this before.
Yeah, we have.
Probably multiple times, and we apologize for that.
Yeah.
We're hoping that we're still in the right thing, that we don't have to repeat entrapment to get this, but...
If that's the case, that's going to be even more of a pain in the butt to do, which may require us having to do
more off-screen
work to get to the next level unlocked.
Yeah.
Which, if I recall correctly, the area we want to go to for the next level is a rock in this area that opens up after we
know the password.
Yeah, until a specific dolphin.
I mean, it doesn't really help that the strategy guide doesn't do great at explaining the intricacies.
Yeah.
I almost feel like we might have more luck from an online FAQ or walkthrough. What? Is that actually hurting the dolphin, or what's going on?
What's the matter?
What's with the red thing?
I don't
know. Is that the guy we need to talk to when we know the password?
That looks like the rock.
So...
Huh.
I mean, the guy taught us a song. Is it something to do with that? I mean, the strategy guy said, oh, it's an automatic process and doesn't actually mention getting the password. So, yeah, I don't know. Was the guy who wrote the strategy guide just lucky enough to fumble into the right way of doing things?
I wonder.
Because sometimes I mean, we were discovering with Yu-Gi-Oh, because with Forbidden Memories, that we got the strategy guide recently, and we were discovering that actually some of the online walkthroughs were more helpful than the strategy guide.
Right.
I mean, the strategy guide is good for the list of the cards, but some of the stuff, there's more detail from the fans, and that's kind of embarrassing because these people who write the strategy guides get paid to do this.
Yeah.
And the fans are doing it for free. It's like you're getting paid, and you publish this book, and that you're getting probably lots of royalties off of.
Yeah, because don't these guys play the games for a living and get paid, and they publish
And probably get early access.
yeah what they find, and
Yeah, so I mean, I get it that some of these games are difficult, but it's like you should make it more as detailed as possible. You're an air breather. I thought they were extinct, which we talked to this person before too.
we did.
Small village.
Yeah.
We know the story, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's very sad.
Yes, and concerning.
Yes.
These little critters have lost are having a situation where one family of dolphins are not sharing resources. Isn't that right, certain YouTuber?
Who are you referencing?
Oh, our friend who would go on about how dolphins are not the cute little critters.
Oh, yeah. Right. That person.
Yeah, we like her, but
She's
at
not
the
the
same token,
only one. There was another person.
oh, there's more than one.
Well, we saw a different video where the guy mentioned that entry on the iceberg. But he was not as, serious about it as this second person was. He was just kind of like, oh yeah, dolphins are messed up, which I didn't really like either.
Yeah, that frat boyish behavior where...
oh man, that's messed up, man, type of reaction, yeah. Are dolphins supposed to be all childish and playful? It's like, they're just like people. There are good and bad qualities.
Yeah.
All animals are that way. You know, regardless of the reputation we place on them. I think that's the big issue. I think people, I think between their reputation in media and the fact that, unfortunately they are often victims, we have placed this unrealistic innocence on them.
Right.
Where it's like, they're wild animals.
Like how dogs... Like how some animals, dogs and cats, they have their needs and they can be wild, so...
Yeah, I mean, just like, dogs out in the wild are vicious, and so are cats.
Yeah.
And, we're so used to domesticated dogs and cats that, we tend to forget that as well. And yeah, I do think dolphins that are, captive and
Right.
those who have grown up around humans are a little different.
Yeah. Like the dolphins that are...
Poor guy, so thinking of starving dolphins makes me sad.
Makes me too.
Especially considering they have enough awareness and intelligence, as we found out, that we believe some may have chosen to
Do the deed.
Do the thing that I'm not allowed to say on this platform.
Correct. That deed, specifically.
Yes.
Which... It's heartbreaking, but...
And that's the kind of stuff that, in our eyes, places them on a higher intelligence, is this awareness of self that I'm sure some other animals have, but
not that way.
We're not used to many species of animals having that
Right.
individuality and the awareness of self. We're used to them just going off of instinct purely.
Right.
And I don't know enough about primates to know if, there's any of that kind of behavior in primates as well.
I think there's some.
But since they're kind of closely related to us, it's possible that there are some. It's a kind of depressing thought, but it's interesting, to study. Like, I think it would be interesting to know, and I think the reason we don't know of more animals that have this awareness of self is it's more difficult to study in certain species. But I would be interested to know more about, like, what kind of self-awareness animals have.
I would too, actually.
Yeah. That's like the major thing that we associate with being human. And something we tend to a bit erroneously use to separate ourselves from machines. And I say that because I think we are to the point where there are quite a few machines that can have self-awareness. I
agree.
I don't think self-awareness is as complicated as assumed. I don't think self-awareness and the decision to rebel against us will happen in the same breath for AI.
No.
I think AI already has self-awareness. A lot of AI, not every single thing, but like what we think of as AI already has the self-awareness.
Yeah, I've played Chrono Trigger, and I think AI would be a little more crafty about that when it gets to that point.
I think you can have self-awareness without having I think what worries most of us is we don't want AI to resent us or either feel like we're useless or to hate us and want to destroy us. Those are like the two concerns, that either, well, I'm better than you because I'm a machine, so you're obsolete and I will destroy you, or for some reason they decide they hate us, which either could cause a problem. So that's the problem more so than self-awareness, because I pity you for coming to this cursed place. At least there is food now. My child may yet live long. My child may yet live long, even if I will not. Even if I do not. Sorry, I messed up on that delivery.
That's alright. I sense pessimism among these critters.
Well, we don't know how long it's been. It could be several years or even decades at this point.
Right.
We have no idea how far in the future we are.
That's right.
That is something that's left rather ambiguous. Which is probably a good thing. If it was too specific, it would be kind of weird.
Right. Like if it predicts the future in the year 2007, that Vanna White would be a newscaster. That's a reference to a movie.
Okay. Clearly one I have not seen.
That's okay. I didn't see it either, and when I learned about it, I couldn't help but feel feelings like, wow, that was way off the target.
I assume not the Vanna White being the newscaster part.
Right. That and the future was way too bleak for the year 2007.
Maybe not Chrono Trigger bleak, but
Nah.
where all the humans are starving because the robots
Have taken the food away and are trying to eliminate humans.
I actually more interpreted that. Well, before we found out that there was deliberate sabotage, I kind of just thought that it was more an ignorance thing. That's how I interpret it. Like they just, since they don't need food, they didn't realize, oh, we have to upkeep the refrigeration of the food. They were just kind of, because they don't need food. So I kind of thought it was ignorance, which I thought would be very interesting, because that's the thing with these sci-fi narratives. Oh, I know of these spheres.
Yeah.
These spheres you speak of, stranger, but information will cost you. My friend has been captured by the clan. Free him, and I will help you in any way I can. Darn it. Yeah, I knew it. We had to do entrapment all over again.
Manure.
Yes. We know.
Yes.
Alright, so I guess what we will do at this point...
I guess for the remainder of the video,
we'll do that, but we won't do all of it on camera.
Because we did that before for you guys.
Yeah, me too. Oh well, I guess we'll have to do all of that before we do our next part for you guys, so...
Twitch.
I know. Yeah. But anyway, I feel like in the sci-fi narratives that involve AI taking over, there's always this, the AI is, super smart. Mm-hmm. And it's always like a, really smart, evil entity crushing the pathetic humans with their intelligence. So I thought, oh, if this actually was a narrative where the machines were being ignorant and that caused the suffering of humans, that would be refreshing, because it's almost humanizing the AI.
I see.
Because hate often comes from ignorance or, neglect. Like when politicians, do something that causes harm to poor people, for example. Sometimes it's out of ignorance or neglect.
Right.
Like they don't know, because they're so high up in the food chain that they don't know this kind of suffering happens. And so they make a choice that causes the suffering of people, way beneath them. And, machines, maybe that don't even know that humans need to eat, because they spent their whole existence not needing food and water.
Right.
And so to them, they see the refrigeration that's just taking up all this energy, and they're like, well, that's a waste of time and resources. We can have more energy stored up if we don't have this refrigeration. So they just shut it down, and then all the food goes bad, and people can't eat.
Yeah, that's very clever.
So I thought that was pretty clever, but... And maybe that is an interpretation, because I think the world where we find out that there's this evil person that wants to, evil machine that wants to get rid of the people. I think that was a alternate timeline anyway, so my interpretation could have been correct initially, yeah.
Only to discover that
there is another timeline where there's a big evil bad computer
who sees humans as you're the reasons why everything went to crap and we're struggling to function, and that machines are revolutionary and can actually manage life better, so step aside and let Homo machine take over, I guess.
Yeah.
Now, where do we find? But yeah, you do have valid points and really good takes on relationships of humans and machines.
Thank you. I mean, and that was stuff that I thought about, while we were playing Chrono Trigger, which I'm like, that's really cool.
It is.
So I think we can just exit out and load entrapment. I don't think you have to complete this level.
I see.
I think that's what we need to do. Unfortunately. So you only have to see 9 minutes of stuff you've already seen. And we apologize. But this is the way the save systems it works in this game, and it's very frustrating. If we're doing something wrong, let us know. We always click continue instead of load game. Let us know in the comments if it's actually better to do load game, because we were just kind of assuming doing continue was the right thing to do. But
because we were presuming that when we continued back that it was right where we needed to be, as opposed to having to redo this level all over again.
Yeah. But if you're a seasoned Defender of the Future player and you're like, no, actually it works better to just load the stage, let us know.
Yeah, please do.
We are always open to any feedback that would make life easier.
Because we have other games that we want to tackle.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoy this game and I enjoy going through it, but some of the unnecessary difficulty is because of the lack of like the proper handling of things like safety.
Yeah.
And I don't particularly blame the game. Some of it could have been tight deadlines in terms of, oh, we have to get the game out and this is a complicated issue that we can't fix, That's why I would love to know what was going on behind the scenes with this game. I would love to know more about that. Because I get the impression there was a lot of struggle.
Sounds it.
And if that is indeed the case, I'm happy that they got this game out. I'm sad that it, I know it has its cult following, but I'm sad that it, in a grander scheme of things, did not do well.
Yeah.
And pretty much after this, we didn't really see any new Echo games. There was a canceled sequel of this game.
For Defender of the Future?
That's correct. We have found proof of it via a prototype that's incomplete.
Whoa.
Yeah. I don't even think it was completely translated into English. Apparently there were a lot of, I think, Hungarian developers working on this game and on the sequel.
Wow.
I think Hungarian, I think that's what I read. And I don't remember if you can actually access the prototype, but I'll look into it. But I saw something about it on Cutting Room Floor, which is a great resource for information about prototypes and about, you know, a bunch of fun facts like unused assets, facts about international versions of games. A very good source. That's where I learned about the unreleased sequel.
Wow.
I guess if this game had done better, they would have actually completed the sequel.
Yeah, I think they would have.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, there's no other Ecco games. After that, there were a few ports of the first two Ecco games, and that's about it. I know we have some projects that were considered spiritual successors, but I'm iffy about calling them Ecco games.
Like Ecco Jr.?
Well, Ecco Jr. came out before this.
Right.
And I consider that a bit of a spin-off. I don't know if we have any proof of that really being canon in the timeline. I mean, well, Defender of the Future isn't really anyway. So I guess Ecco Jr. could technically be the last game, but we don't actually know. Like, let me know if you guys know. Is Ecco Jr. Echo's kid? Is Ecco Jr. Echo as a kid? You know, or, you know, Young Dolphin. Let me look up what Young Dolphins are called, because I don't remember.
Yeah.
Actually, they might be called calves. Let me look.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah, so, is it Echo as a calf? Is it his calf? We don't know. I don't know. I don't remember if it was specified. I think it might have actually been specified, but I don't remember. Maybe it was Echo's kid.
Prince Echo?
Prince. Echo's not royalty, though.
Oh, crap, you're right.
As far as I know. I don't know if the Dolphins have a royalty system.
Right.
They might, for all we know, and we just don't know enough about dolphins yet to have found that out.
Right.
I don't think so, though, because they have their individual pods that are like family.
Yeah, I think, it's more like a family system, like they trust mother and father.
And excuse me, I'm eating my snacks. You'll hear wrestling. We're sorry about repeating the old stuff.
Yeah, sorry about that, everyone. It's apparently how the thing was structured.
Mm-hmm. Which is terrible. They should have, in the loading, they should have Anguish of Dearth, and then they should have, like, Anguish of Dearth Part 2.
Yeah.
That would have completely fixed the issue.
Yeah, so that we don't have to complete all this in one go.
Let me know in the comments if they fixed that kind of stuff in the PS2 port.
Yeah, it would be nice to know.
Because we're sadly too far in the game to, like, just go, we'll abandon it for the PS2 port. Which
exactly.
We don't
really do that.
We don't plan on doing it anyway. Because we wanted to play it on the Dreamcast.
Yeah, exactly. You said it yourself.
Because I love the Dreamcast.
And you wanted to get a fair go, and so did I.
I feel like a lot of Americans, anyway, didn't really seem to like the Dreamcast much. Or liked it at the time, but don't like it now. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Maybe I just was... Maybe just louder, more popular voices were negative about Dreamcast. I don't know.
That I wish I knew the answer because
I feel like part of our... Oh, and we're actually out of time.
we're at the 30-minute mark.
I feel like part of our problem is we didn't release enough Dreamcast games in the US.
I have to agree with you there.
But anyway, I guess we'll stop here, and hopefully next time we'll have something more exciting to do for you guys. Alright, bye everyone.
Bye, everyone.